we were talking to Alicia just a while ago, and I asked her who the most improved player was, and maybe a player that's really come on, and she said you. And she made a great line. She said, "You're playing more freely." And that's kind of what you told us the other day. Was that something you knew you had to do this season, is just relax a little more and just play your game?
For sure. I think coming into this year, I really wanted to just be confident and to play free. And I was able to gain a lot more confidence, going to Poland overseas and just kind of go back to knowing that I'm good enough to be here and to contribute to the team. And this has been a really fun training camp for me. I think it's been my favorite one so far. I feel like I've been able to perform well. And that's because I have a great system around me, great teammates, great coaches. And it's been really fun to be a part of all of this.
Next, we're going to go to Drew Ivory. Drew, go ahead and ask your question.
Firstly, this is iconic. I just want to say, Pancake coming in here looking super adorable. It's hard to resist not talking to, hey, how you doing? But do you remember what it was like for you coming into the WNBA and your first media day?
Yeah, that was obviously a crazy experience. I've done media before at Iowa, so it wasn't too new, but at the same time, it was the WNBA. And so that was just an eye-opening experience to know that this is for real and I've made it this far. And to be honest, to this day, I'm still feeling like that. It's been a dream to be able to play in the league and to be here for year 3. There's not a lot of players that can say that they've been in the WNBA for multiple years, but I'm very blessed that I can say that.
Were you ever asked any wild questions on media day? Media day is a different day compared to your standard after practice media session.
Yeah, it's been a lot of just figuring out what I've been doing on off seasons, how I've been able to improve my game. And, I do get a lot of questions about Pancake. She's quite the star, especially on social media and stuff. So that's been fun. And I'm just excited. I love media day. It's fun.
Well, I'm going to bring some of those goofy questions back your way. I don't remember if you remember the 2019 All-Star game, but they came with a lot of crazy questions that day. I want to bring those questions to you today.
Oh boy. Okay.
Do penguins have knees?
Knees? I would say no, because they waddle and it's hard for them to unlock their legs. I don't know.
Have you ever seen a penguin bend their legs?
Honestly, no. I think they just waddle unless their knees are just very they don't work that well.
Is catfish seafood?
Is catfish seafood? Catfish. It's a fish. So yes.
But it's in fresh water.
But that's a good point. They are in fresh water. No, it's not seafood.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Okay, I don't know if you're right or not, but it's a good one. If you take a lasagna and put it on top of another lasagna, do you have one big lasagna or do you have 2 lasagnas?
I think one massive lasagna.
That's what
it's just like cheese and the noodle later and the cheese and noodle.
Right. It's only fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Who closes the door on the bus when the bus driver gets off?
There's got to be some sort of lever that somebody presses. No, it's got to be, he probably has a key or something that shuts it.
Like a car, like a button?
Yeah, or maybe he just manually shuts it behind him, pushes it. I don't know. That's actually a good question.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of a glue bottle?
There's probably some sort of protectant layer that is made by something else that kind of keeps it from that. I honestly have no idea.
It's the only thing that makes sense, right? Some kind of film or I don't even know, maybe wet.
Right.
I don't know. Do you think sand is called sand because it's between the sea and the land?
Ooh, I like that. I've never thought of it that way. but I think that's a really good assumption for sure. I like it. I would say yes.
That's what I'm gonna go with. That's the quickest way I would think that Sam got his name. And lastly, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No. I mean, you have like bread and you put it in the bread, but like
Hmm.
it's one piece of bread. It's not two.
But you split it and it turns into two.
Yes.
So
I
when
don't
you
know.
see hot dog, do you think more taco or?
I guess I think a taco with bread.
Yeah, you just have shell and bread. So there's your difference. But hey, I don't know the answer. Just asking you. Thank you, though.
Thanks.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Drew. Next, we're going to go to Champel. Champel, go ahead and ask your question.
Megan, Drew is a hard act to follow. So many girls look up to WNBA players, and you recently partnered with Parity, and you stated that you wanted to be a role model. Can you tell us more about your decision to partner with them and your desire to be an inspiration to girls?
Yeah, I think it was really important to partner with them. I know a couple of other players. That's kind of how I got introduced to the company, was through a couple other players. Carly Samuelson, she plays overseas. She's played in the league. She's the one that really introduced me to it. I have a fellow teammate, Bella Allery. She's also a part of it. Katie Lou Samuelson, she plays for Seattle now, but she's also, she was with Dallas last year. And so just being able to get introduced to it is so important. And I think the concept of really pushing for women in sport is so important, especially for little girls right now who they're growing up, they love the game, but they don't know if they can shine, and they can, and they just need to know that they have a support system no matter what, and they can break barriers every single day. And that's kind of what I definitely wanted to be a part of.
Great. Thank you very much. Next, we're going to go to Danny Barlavi. Danny, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Megan, I have another pancake question, if that's okay.
Perfect.
I was wondering, what was it like for Pancake to return to their native country of Poland?
It was great. Yeah, she was from Poland. I got her when I was in my first year overseas, and she just really blends in wherever she goes. She's really used to change. She always goes with me, everywhere. She has her own passport, her Polish passport that has stamps in there for, things like health checkups and stuff like that. That's kind of how, for instead of humans, they get stamps to enter the border. Pets, whenever they get stamps in theirs, it's usually for health checkups. And so she has a lot of those. And it's been really fun just to have her with me traveling overseas. It can get lonely when you're traveling overseas a lot because you're alone, you're playing basketball. And so to have a travel companion for life is the best thing.